family, I introduce to you all Mayor Brandon Johnson.
Give it up for Mayor Brandon Johnson. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Let the mayor speak. 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 Let the mayor speak.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me today. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and most importantly, please make sure that you are following me on Telegram at TD Media Group to help circumvent social media censorship and shadow banning. And with the introduction out of the way, let's get into today's news. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are headed back, of course, to where? The People's Republic of Chicago. Why is that? Because, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Johnson, as well as J.B. Pritzker, has lost all control of their city and state. Oftentimes when we discuss these anti-ICE rioters, some people like to call them protesters, and just those who defend criminal illegal aliens, right, who are in the process of being arrested, but then they'll intervene and impede on the arrest. Oftentimes when we talk and discuss these people, we talk about them and say that this is Trump derangement syndrome, right? This is mental illness. You people are psychotic. But I really want to take a moment to prove that point to you today through a series of videos that I want to play that highlights how sick these people actually are and how not only do they not know who they're defending, but the psychosis, right? The psychotic nature of just liberalism at this point, especially as it pertains to mass deportation. It's affecting these people so negatively that even in the city of Chicago, as I'm going to show you here shortly, prior to a J.B. Pritzker press conference, in front of the press, you had two Chicago aldermen that were getting ready to throw hands with one another behind everything that's going on. They're begging J.B. Pritzker for money. They're mad that state police is intervening and arresting protesters, as they should, because they're actually rioters and disruptors. And in the midst of that, these guys are about to throw down. It's crazy. So I want to start with this clip here from Fox News concerning the madness that was happening at the Broadview ICE facility. But I really just want to use this video as a launching pad to the greater discussion that I want to have, because there's a few things that were stated here that I took note of and wanted to use it once again as a launching pad. So let's get into this clip first.
Outside an illegal immigrant processing center in Broadview, Illinois. You know, on Fridays, this gets hot. Let's go straight to Garrett Tenney on the ground down there, so this can turn dangerous. Garrett, I see that they are arresting some people down there. What's going on?
Yeah, we probably have at least a half dozen or so people that were arrested just in the last few minutes. And this is the regular Friday protest that we have here outside the Broadview ICE processing facility. A couple hundred people that are here. And what happened in the last 10 or 15 minutes, this roadway right here that leads to the ICE facility, it is blocked off. They are not supposed to be standing there. But over 10 minutes or so ago, this crowd started to move into the street to try to block it off from any access going in or out. And that's when these clashes with law enforcement started, when they refused to get out to the sides of the street, these designated protest zones, and some shoving that was involved with the county sheriff, as well as state police that are out here, as well as Broadview police. You can see down here now, riot police coming down the road. And this is after a couple of weeks of mostly calm out here on Fridays. But this comes after a week of several rulings of judges where these activists out here feel empowered. They are celebrating this morning these rulings that really are complicating the Trump administration's immigration enforcement here. And you can see the riot patrol that is out here now. They're coming and they're securing this area. Gas masks are not out at the time. We know that has been deployed here, though, previously. But tension certainly getting up here high over the last 10 or so minutes.
Now, one of the things that he said here, and I was going to play a little bit more of it, but I don't want to belabor the point too much. But if I were to allow it to continue to play, with the audio on, one of the things that the reporter keeps stating over and over again is that these people are celebrating because there was a radical, obviously, district court judge. If you don't know, who ordered the release, I believe, of somewhere around, I could be mistaken, but I don't think that I am. He ordered the release of somewhere around 600 plus illegal immigrants, right, to be released from federal custody. Now, obviously, that's not going to happen. And you always have to love and appreciate Trump's social media team because the responses to these lunatics are always right on point. Look at, as it states here on the Homeland Security Twitter page / X page, womp womp. Cry all you want. These criminal illegal aliens aren't getting released. Like clockwork, violent rioters have arrived to the Broadview ICE facility to demand the release of some of the worst human beings on planet Earth. Get a job, you imbecilic morons, the tweet says, right? Now, concerning these people being the worst of the worst that they have in custody, it really speaks to the mental illness that I want to highlight right now that these people are suffering from. Because like they're stating here on Homeland Security, these people know not who they're fighting for. They have no clue how vicious and sick so many of these people are that are actually being held by ICE. And I want to prove that point to you now before we get into the two crazed aldermen out of Chicago that we're about to get into a fist fight, right? Look at this clip here. In this clip that I'm going to play for you here, ICE is going to try desperately to explain to this DNC lunatic that the man that they are arresting, who is illegal, he tried to evade us. He crashed into a vehicle. The woman's not going to care. And they're going to reveal to her that this man that they are after and that they are arresting is actually a violator of children. The P word that I can't say here, but we all know what the P word is when we're talking about violating children. This woman is so psychotic that she tells them, I don't care, and then proceeds to badger them and demand the release of this man who is a violator of children. Lord have mercy. Let's get into this clip here. Look at this. These people know not what they do.
Property. You guys are on private property.
This is private,
private property. Private property. You know what that means? You guys are here illegally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll get out of your illegally area then.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, these guys fled and they crashed into our vehicles.
Because you guys were trying to illegally detain them. Illegally. Kidnapping people on their way to work.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it is. You guys, sinvergüenzos tiene. Sinvergüenzos. You should be embarrassing yourself.
I'm so embarrassed.
You should be.
I'm so embarrassed.
You should be. This is ICE wearing a police vehicle or police jacket. ICE. Where they said that they would not be with police.
I'm so embarrassed.
You should be embarrassed. You guys are breaking up families.
I prefer nice.
Nah?
He's a pedophile, ma'am.
He's not a pedophile. You don't even know his name.
Let me rewind it one more time. He said he's a PDF file, ma'am. He's not a PDF file. You don't even know his name. They clearly know this man's name and who they're after. This is mental illness on a whole nother level.
ICE, where they said that they would not be with police.
ICE, they are the police. This woman's dumb and psychotic.
I'm so embarrassed.
You should be embarrassed. You guys are breaking up families.
I prefer nice.
Nah?
He's a pedophile, ma'am.
He's not a pedophile. You don't even know his name.
Do you?
Do you?
Do you?
Do you know his name?
Do you know his name?
Why'd you arrest his friend if he's the pedophile? Huh? Why'd you take his friend? He already said because he's illegal. Here's another vehicle. Another vehicle. Another vehicle.
I can't listen to this dumb woman continue to talk. You know, I can't do it anymore. That's enough. The point that I'm highlighting, as you can clearly see, is that these are the people that they want re-released into the community. And then when they actually take someone's life, like a Jocelyn Nungary, they'll look the other way and pretend that this stuff isn't happening after they've demanded the release of these people. This is what they're celebrating in Chicago, and not just in Chicago, across the country. Now, as the Homeland Security Post said, they're not releasing anybody. Thank goodness, because these are the kind of people that they have in custody, right? But this is who you want released. Now, I want to further go down this road and explore how psychotic these people are, because the TDS, the mental illness, is so severe and is permeating so aggressively in the city of Chicago that what you're going to look at right now are aldermen getting ready to get into a fist fight behind all of this, behind the need and want for more money, as they're begging for money from J.B. Pritzker, right? Governor Fred Flintstone out of Illinois, and how the state police is intervening and arresting protesters. This is my territory. You're in my territory. I kid you not. I'm going to play you two separate videos of the situation from two angles. Look at this video here, and I want you to see the discussion between one alderman and J.B. Pritzker, and then we're going to transition to another video afterwards where you get a better view of the fight that was actually getting ready to happen. So let's take a look at this in closing. These people are psychotic, okay?
I'm calling you right now about taxing the rich. How are we going to afford? Look, we got people in basements. We got people in attics. We got kids being terrorized. Yes, and you oppose the corporate
You want to talk about that?
I want to talk about what we need to do to help our community.
What we need is a progressive income tax, a graduate income tax in the state.
And when is it going to happen? Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Or the surcharge.
You know that I've worked very hard to get that passed when I first got elected.
Yes, and listen, and you got one more second. Wait, no. One more second. No. Hey, the state police continue to. The state police is arresting protesters. When are we going to be?
You hear how J.B. Pritzker is saying what we need is aggressive income taxing. Really, you need more taxes in Chicago and the state of Illinois. Let's tax the people even more. Great, and businesses as well. They drive more business out. That's excellent. But going back to this part here, this is what I really want you to see. You see this man right here with the gray hat on, and then you see the other guy with the glasses. When the camera drops here, this is what you don't see happen. Okay, check this out. And the next video I'm going to play right now, it's going to start off a little wonky, but it'll adjust. Just, never mind the portion of it that starts out kind of looking weird.
I want to talk about what we need to do to help our community.
What we need is a progressive income tax, a graduate income tax in the state.
And when is
That's
it
what
going
we
to
need.
happen? Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Or the surcharge.
You know that I've worked very hard to get that passed when I first got elected.
Yes, and
we got
listen,
two questions from the press here, sir. I'm sorry.
One more second. My boy. He's in my boy. Get out. The state police is arresting protesters. When are we going to be talking?
Alderman, I'm open to talking.
I was talking to them. Who are you protecting, brother? Relax. Who are you protecting, brother?
Relax.
You.
Relax.
What are you doing?
Relax.
Don't get in my face. I was asking a question.
Relax.
I asked a question.
We were just, I appreciate your passion.
These guys are getting ready to throw hands. Look at this. He's there. Look at his face. Look at how crazy this man is. Look at them. Whose side are you on? Who are you fighting with? Hey, don't get in my face. Don't you? These people are psychotic. Look at this. Let's look at it one more time. Just this part at the end.
Alderman, I'm open to talking.
I was talking to them. Who are you protecting, brother? Relax. Who are you protecting, brother?
Relax. You. What are you doing? Don't get in my face.
I was asking a question. Relax. I asked a question.
We were just, I appreciate your passion.
The mental illness is so severe that they're turning on each other. They're turning on each other. You know how they like to say, like AOC and all those lunatics, they'll say, eat the rich, eat the rich. They're eating each other at this point. He's asking, whose side are you on? Oh, you're in my territory. These people have lost their minds. And this is who wants to take over the country, not just in 2026 in the House of Representatives, but in 2028, leading us in the White House. People that are this deranged, people that are suffering from this strong level of mental illness? I think not. I think not. These people are completely out of control and should never see power in any significant way ever again, not even in an insignificant way, because I mean, on a local level, none of what's happening here is insignificant, right? So I do have to rephrase that. These people just have to be removed completely, have a seat, and go back to being a regular civilian, because it's lunatics like this that are running the city of Chicago into the ground, where all they want to do is tax the people to death and then turn around and say the economy is crashing because of Donald Trump. No, 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 no. As far as your local economy is concerned in Chicago and the state of Illinois, the reason people can't afford to live is because, as you just heard, J.B. Pritzker is talking about how what we need to do is instate an aggressive income tax, as if it's not aggressive already. And with all that being said, that does it for today's news. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Please hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Share this video on your social media platforms. And please do not forget to follow me on Telegram at TD Media Group. The link to my Telegram is in the description box below and pinned in the comment section as well. Thank you all for your time. Until the next video, peace and have a great afternoon.